Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Maku.
Kobayashi.
Blue Lock episode number 14. Go ahead and pop it out for us, Kobayashi.
Yeah, so in this episode, it's basically like a mind battle type situation between Isagi and the next team they're going against, which we'll talk about later on.
Yeah, so in essence, I was kind of right. I mean, we ended up seeing that one guy. I forgot his name. I'm telling you, he's not going to be there for long.
Was that the guy? I thought you were talking about a different guy.
No. He's the guy who always talks with Lemon.
Oh.
He always talks with Lemon.
I thought you were talking about the guy.
Or maybe he's the guy who always talks with Gagamaru. Either way, he talks to someone most of the time. But I know he's a side character just based on him. Mm-hmm. Like, he just feels that way to me.
So yeah, but his name is, I believe, is Narahara or
something with an N. Yeah. Right? So, we'll just call him Nara for short, right? Mm-hmm. So, Nara and Baru, we find out they're actually on the team, right? So
the funny part too, because Baru in that game scored the first 4 goals by himself, just because that's just the way he is. But they still lost the match because they realized, oh, he's not gonna pass the ball and he's very selfish. So they end up losing 4-5, and then the other team just selected like the middle person, like the guy who's mid, because obviously Baru is better between the 3, but they don't want Baru because he's very selfish and they believe it will disrupt the team flow between the other team. So that's why Baru is in this 2v2 scenario right now.
So before that whole scenario, we also found out that they were actually the first ones to even get there. So up next to that was then Baru, and then Isagi was feeling down on himself because he was wondering how is he even gonna manage, because everyone that he knows has a skill set to help them beat a one-on-one opponent. And Nagi was also explaining to him that he also falls under that scenario because you need someone to distribute. So that's why I was gonna say Banji.
What?
I don't know. I forgot the guy's name. Dribble guy. Bachira.
Banji.
I don't know why.
That's funny.
Thinking of Tokyo Manji Gang, and it's just like all up in my head right now.
Nice. That's the gang.
So someone like Bachira actually helps a lot in Nagi and in Isagi's play. So that was why they were actually a really good team together, because both Isagi and Nagi rely on their first contact on the ball. One of them relies on the touch and where the ball dictates towards that touch, and the other one relies on first time volleys, and that's what he's good at. So then Nagi had to get Isagi back in check because he was really breaking down on himself. Not so much breaking down in tears, but like breaking down mentally. Like, it's really wearing down on him. So then
and then at this scene, Nagi's like pulling on Isagi's hair, like Loki's sunning him. But Nagi's just basically saying, in this match we have to evolve ourselves, and basically that shot up Isagi's confidence back up, and then they just like fist bump to, like, unlike girls, girls when they fight against each other, they're petty about it, blah blah blah. But us men, us boys, we get over it really quick, unless you're like a feminine guy. There are some people like that.
Yeah, that's true. In any case, then they went to, it's either one of the two things. I think they went to the cafeteria, or did they go to sleep first?
Oh yeah, and then another rule for this, you have to wait a full 24 hours in order to do the challenge again. So yeah, like what Maku said, they went to the cafeteria. Actually, no, they went to sleep first.
Yeah, I thought so.
They went to sleep first, and then they said like, oh wow, this looks kind of like a prison. And they're like, well, what do you expect? So the next day comes, like Maku said, they went to the cafeteria.
Oh, before you even continue, I remember there was this funny scene when Isagi was telling Nagi good night, and then Isagi looked over and Isagi sees Nagi like in this mummy way of sleeping. Uh-huh. I just wanted to mention that because I found it quite funny.
So yeah, they wake up, they go to the cafeteria, and then it was like the bottom tier food. It was like pickled radish and natto. And then Nagi's like, oh, what is this? And then Isagi's like, well, I'm used to it. Yeah. It's actually quite decent, or better than expected. So I don't even. At this point, Isagi was really conflicted. Like, I wonder who we're gonna take, because if we play safe and go against a weaker team, then we have to pick one of the weaker players. But if we go against one of the stronger teams, then we might be eliminated. So he's just really conflicted between which two partners they will go against in the 2v2.
So then I believe they go ahead I believe they hit the training grounds after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so they end up hitting the training grounds, and I guess they're practicing on like their one-on-one beaters or skill moves or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, just one-on-one scenarios.
And then that's when they see that damn, I even forgot his nickname that we put him. Naru. So we see Naru just pop up, and he tells Isagi, "Hey, I'm gonna be honest. You and I are the same." I started laughing because one of them actually has a genuine power. The other one's kind of, bro, you're a side character, bro. What you mean you got the same power?
And
right?
Even his power is not the greatest.
We'll mention it later on for his power. I mean, his power is like, it's subpar. I mean,
yeah,
it's a tactic on FIFA.
It's a very,
it's a tactic
very
on
side
FIFA.
character-like power.
Whatever the case may be, he just ended up saying, "All right, Isagi, here's the gist of it. We want to verse your team, and we're taking Nagi. And I know you're feeling the same way, because if we're being honest, you and I are the same. All jokes aside, people would prefer to take Nagi in your team, and people would obviously prefer to take Baru over me." So then Isagi just ended up saying, "Yeah, all right, sure." He even said, "I don't think we're the," and then he just cut him off. It was funny because Isagi even thought to himself, "Bro, you're not even close to me. What are you talking about?" But
no, I don't think so. I think because Isagi isn't cocky yet. Right now, he's more like.
No, he cut him off. That's the thing.
He did.
No, because he was like, because that's when Naru, he ended up saying, "I know you and I are the same," and Isagi said, "We're really not," and then he just cut him off. That's why I started dying at that scene. And then so in any case, it ended up going to a 2v2 match. And sure enough, I mean, it was what we expected. Baru, before even that, actually, Nagi ended up saying, "I'm actually going to mark Baru. We already know his range is 27 meters.
Mm-hmm.
So then we see Baru shoot it from 29 meters. So he improved a whole 2 meters in the span there. And now they got to devise a plan to test his limit, per se.
Yeah, and then for Isagi's team, how they scored the first goal. So it was Naru guarding Isagi, and then obviously Baru on Nagi. But it was like closely guarded. So Nagi just suggested Isagi just play in an open space, and I'll get the ball from there. So Isagi plays in an open space. Then Nagi finally develops like his formula of scoring goals. So it's either if someone's closely guarding Nagi, he'll take this like awkward touch.
Okay, so say someone's chasing behind you, and they're like full on like pressuring you, right? So he'll take a touch inwards towards them, so that way they'll turn their hips 180, and then he'll take another touch back to fully just bamboozle him. That's exactly the way Nagi actually scored his first goal against Baru. To me, it was really cool. I mean, and you see like this cool, like, as Kobayashi said in many videos before, this like galaxy.
Yeah, no, in my opinion, Nagi has the best aura. But in the manga, I feel like Isagi has the best aura, because that blue is really sick. But I don't know why they changed it to that ugly like shit colored green.
Yeah, I know.
It's disgusting.
Believe me.
I saw this one theory though, because they said Isagi isn't fully awakened yet. So once he's fully awakened, he'll probably go back to the blue. Hopefully he does, because this green is not it.
I know. And we find out everyone else's. So Baru, I believe it's like this black red. Is it?
I lucky forgot about Baru's.
I'm pretty sure it's black red. And then Naru's is orange.
Orange, yeah.
So.
But it's like a different, because obviously Kunigami is also orange.
Yeah,
but
so it's like a watered down orange. That's the way I like to describe it, because it's like orange, but it's like smeared with water. So it's like really, that's really what it is, because it's like really light.
Yeah, but for Nagi's second goal, this time it was Naru guarding up Nagi, but he was giving him plenty of space. So since he gave him plenty of space, Nagi basically scored how he scored against Isagi's team the first time. So Isagi just played like a lob, chip through ball. Isagi,
but he like sort of blasted it into his feet, so that way there was no no failure to it. So Isagi basically just blasted it towards Nagi's feet, and then Nagi, like, obviously he has a really good touch, and I forgot the name that they gave it. You remember? Was it?
Oh, like it's like a black hole, like vacuum black hole.
Yeah,
or something
black
like
hole touch or something like that.
Yeah,
it was something
like
astronomical.
Something that exactly astronomical, because it sucks up. Yeah, it makes sense.
So they ended up showing like the details of it, and he ended up shooting off of that, and it was like one of those cool ricochets. So it ricocheted off the crossbar, then the other crossbar, and then went in. Mm-hmm. It was really cool. So then at this moment it's 1-2, right?
2-1, yes. 2-1 to Isagi's team. And then Baru was really pissed at this moment. So he gets the ball, and then he basically shoots from half field like Reen. But unlike Reen, he misses the shot, and Blue Lock, man, actually saves it. Summer, he missed.
I forgot how he scored his second goal.
I know. After Baru's miss, the first person to react to it was actually Naru. And he got the ball back. And then passed it back to Baru, and then Baru scored for the second. And at this point, it's 2-2.
So then this is where, in lateness terms, shit gets tricky, right? Because really what happens is there's a moment in time where Naru was talking to Isagi, because Isagi had the ball, and Isagi was, you know how like this in like previous Blue Lock episodes, that he starts like really rumbling all over his head, so he gets really puzzled. So he didn't know what to do in this situation. He just really stood there, and Naru, he was basically saying, oh, the reason why we wanted to play you. And then obviously Isagi said, yeah, you wanted Nagi, right? And he said, no, it's actually for both of us to beat you, right? And he ended up saying that to say, well, look at this. I played with you. We know both of your skill sets, and I know you through thick and thin. So basically, I can beat you really easily. And then he just ended up taking the ball. And I believe he passed it to Baru. And then both Nagi and Isagi both went to pressure Baru, but Baru actually ended up passing the ball to
Naru, which is very surprising because Baru passing, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, I was really... And at this point, Isagi reveals, he's like, oh wait, that's his weapon. And his weapon is getting in behind the defenders.
Yeah.
It's really... I would say it's really average, or it's not like, I feel like everyone has that skill. Well, not everyone does, but it's not the greatest weapon you can have.
Yeah, as you can clearly see in Liverpool with Darwin Nunez.
Yeah, no, actually, Darwin Nunez, he actually does get in behind a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's his skill set. That's really what he reminds me of. Darwin Nunez, except he can finish the ball. But in any case, it just ends off at that.
Yeah, this is that cliffhanger. So, any predictions? Do you think he'll pass it back? Because, before we end it, Baru asked for the ball back. He's like, pass it back. And then Naru's like, no, I must score.
Oh, yeah, he said not a chance, and he just ended up scoring.
No, he didn't score yet, I believe.
Oh,
or did he?
I think he did score, yeah.
I don't think so, but I think, well, that's Malky's prediction.
Yeah. It's a game to 3, right?
Game to 5.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, he definitely scored. So, obviously, we're going to have to figure out what Isagi's going to do in a 1v1 situation. I mean, his is very situational as well.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, every single person except Baru, I'm talking about this game specifically, is very situational as well. Because if you really think about it, Nagi, like, he needs the ball passed to him so he can, like, change momentum. And because that's what he depends on. Since he depends on his first touch, he depends on where he's going to take the first touch to change the momentum of the opponent. Right?
This dude's spitting. Like,
I am. I'm spitting. I'm spitting facts.
I know. This dude's spitting like if he's Eminem. It sounds like he was rapping.
No, like in all seriousness. And then obviously the weak guy, he's a FIFA tactic, so I'm not even taking him seriously.
Yeah.
So then Isagi, I mean, he also has to get the ball passed to him, which is also situational. I mean, we'll see what unfolds with him, but I mean,
yeah,
I really don't have
next
any
episode should be fine
detail.
because obviously it'll be the ending of this match, and then we'll see the preview of next match. And yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a very interesting episode. I hope you guys really enjoy this episode. If there's any anime you'd like us to talk about, please let us know. My name is Maka,
Kobayashi.
and thank you.